Hornet Volleyball on Hornet Radio. Tonight's matchup features Welcome to Hornet Volleyball, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's contest between the LA Pierce Brahmas, led by head coach Joseph Adachiga. They are 6-9 as they visit the Hornets Nest here at the Fullerton College campus. The Hornets are 8-7 and led by head coach Ed Rapp. This is a battle of two teams from the Northern Region Conference finding themselves in third place so far. The coaches poll came out on Monday. Both these teams are ranked in the top 10. Fullerton came out tied for 6th, and the Brahmas of LA Pierce snuck in as the number 10 seed.
Yeah, so Fullerton came in losing 3 sets to Santa Monica on Wednesday, especially losing the first 2 sets, being tight on the first set at 28-26, losing that one, especially 26-24 in the second set, and then they lost the last set 25-11. Now for LA Pierce, they got swept on Wednesday by Santa Barbara as well, 3 sets to none. Now key players to watch for, starting for LA Pierce, Ryder Tafoya, who leads the team with 147 kills and 303 attacks. And then Sam Henry, who's second on the team with kills at 123 and 274 attacks. And finally, Armando Gomez, who leads the team in assists with 142. Now, key players to watch for Fullerton are Logan Bush, who leads the team with 149 kills and 89 digs. And then Jasper Nadelson, who leads the team with 71 blocks. And finally, Unbe, who leads the team with 295 assists.
And Coach Adachiga from LA Pierce in his 4th season. The Brahmas have improved every single season that he's been at the helm, starting off at 1-11, working their way up to matching their win total already from last year. Last year they finished 6-16. They're already at 6 wins, 9 losses. So it looks like the trend of the Brahmas improving year after year under Coach Adachiga is going to improve. And we are almost ready to go. The starting lineups for the Brahmas will be Ryan C., the freshman middle blocker, Sam Henry, the sophomore outside hitter, Kenneth Vea will be the libero, number 7 on the screen. At setter is the freshman, number 15, Armando Gomez. Number 24 is Dev Vunam, the freshman opposite and outside hitter. And as Travis mentioned, the leader for the offense of the Brahmas, number 25 is Ryder Tafoya.
And then for Fullerton, their starting lineup, number 5, Emiliano Razo, then Oscar Venejas. You got Samuel Chavez, Logan Bush, Jasper Nadelson, Seth Asayoka, and Saman Muhammad.
And it looks like both these teams are set. Let's set the referees and officials for tonight. The up ref today is Benet Benfield. The down ref is Larry Schwartz. Line judges are Chris Lozano and Isis Ross. And at the scorers table is Raven Eaton, and the libero tracker is Morgan Lynn. So the Hornets will have the first serve here for set number 1 at the Hornets Nest. Saman Muhammad will do the honors of getting this game underway. Muhammad, the libero, gets us going. Hits it Henry to Gomez. And the Brahmas try to get it over, but it is up in the rafters. Tafoya was not able to do good with Henry's pass, and Gomez is set The Hornets take point number 1 here at Fullerton College.
Yeah, good serve by Mohammed right there, too. Placed it right in the middle and having to bring their outside hitters to hit that.
Mohammed has 4 service aces coming into this game. His teammates call him Sam. And it looked like we crossed the line on that serve. So it will be a point for LA Pierce. They tie it up 1-1 off of the error by Mohammed. Ryder Tafoya will serve it up first for the Brahmas. Pierce gets it to Asayoka, who gets it to Bush. Kill attempt by Razo. Brahmas with it, and that is Lorenzo Gonzalez with the kill.
That was a nice spike by Gonzalez right there, and a good setup there.
Gonzalez gets his first kill of the night. He has 84, which is 3rd best for LA Pierce. Tafoya's serve goes into the net. Hornets will have the serve.
And that's going to be a key to the game, too, is limiting the errors, because Fullerton is really high in errors this year. They're like 4th right now in the 3C2A.
Mono Razo serving 2-2. Gets it to the libero of the Brahmas. Henry pounds it down. Mohammed controls it. Razo gets it over to the Brahmas. Gomez setting up for a kill. That is Tafoya with the kill.
That was just a good jump down by Tafoya right there, too, because usually when you're high on the block like that, especially near the net, you sometimes want to spike it hard, but that one, you just dumped it right in the middle.
So that will give the Brahmas their first lead of the match here in set 1. 3 serving 2. Cordova with the serve, Mohammed handles it. The Hornets get it to Chavez, and he'll get his first kill of the match.
Yeah, Samuel Chavez right now 2nd in kills on the team. That was his 145th kill already of the season. Last year, he had 114 kills.
Logan Bush, the stellar freshman from Olu with the serve. Chavez tried to block it with one hand, and the Brahmas front line gets it back onto the Hornets side. They'll take the point. It is 4-3 LA Pierce with the lead.
Yeah, when you're a block at the net, you got to make sure you have 2 hands up.
The freshman from Taft Charter, Christian Ognanovich, serves it up. Chavez gets a kill there.
Yeah, already his 2nd kill, too, in this set.
I think Gonzalez was there with the block attempt. No good for LA Pierce. Nadelson, who last time we saw the Hornets here at the Hornets Nest, Nadelson picked up his first 2 service aces of the season. He's looking a lot more confident, and let's give him another one.
Yeah, that was just a good service ace right there, too. He just placed it perfectly and kept it in play.
The coach is giving Nadelson a lot more service opportunities. That was Vunam with the attempt, and the Brahmas will get the point. The Hornets unable to get it back over.
Yeah, that was a lack of communication right there, especially from the back line. You got to be a little bit more aggressive.
So the LA Pierce ties it up 5-5. Gonzalez will serve it. Bush with the pass to Razo, setting up for Chavez, a heater to the back left corner. Kill for Chavez, 3rd of the set.
Yeah, that was a great cross court on the back corner there, too. He just placed it perfectly. Yeah, it's like already his 3rd kill.
Chavez showing good vision there. No one in sight in that back corner. Chavez will serve it. It goes along. Point for the Brahmas. This first set, is back and forth so far. I thought we had a timeout. There was a whistle, some miscommunication perhaps, but Kenneth Vea will serve it. They'll redo it. the libero from Birmingham Community Charter. They're the Patriots there. Okay, LA Pierce. And that is in, a kill for Ryder Tafoya. Second of the set.
Yeah, your Fullerton, you got to be able to maintain Tafoya and not let him get into any kind of groove like he is right now.
He's 1 away from hitting the 150 mark on the season. Vea serves it long, and we are back tied up at 7 apiece.
Yeah, that's already 3 combined service errors right there, especially 2 of them from L.A. Pierce.
And interestingly enough, coming into the game, L.A. Pierce 7th in the 3C2A when it comes to serving. Asaoka gets it over on the serve. Tafoya tries to one-hand it. Bush floats it over into the front of the territory of L.A. Pierce. Gomez gets it over. Mohammed with the pass. Minhares goes for the kill. Minhares and Raza with the block off Tafoya. Bush looking for the point, and he gets it for Fullerton College. They take the lead back, 8-7.
Give Razo credit on that one. He did a great job setting up Bush on there, too. He didn't put too far out. He put just perfectly for him to hit it.
So the sophomore Seth Asaoka, the outside hitter from Gabrielino, with the serve. Tafoya passes it up and gets it back. They say he hits it. He hit it out of bounds. Another point for Fullerton College.
Yeah, and those are the errors that we talk about too, not just service errors, but even hitting errors as well.
Asaoka starting it off. Gomez bumps it up to Tafoya, blocked by Minhares and Mano Razo. A dig attempt by Asaoka in the back territory for the Hornets. Substitution is going to be Sam Henry back in. He is 18th in the 3C2A in kills. We'll see if Gomez can get him a set. Ball comes at our feet. It's an ace for L.A. Pierce. Armando Gomez with the ace. He has 8 now on the season. Interesting fact, he's a former coach at Cerro Coso in Ridgecrest. Coached the women there. Razo gets it. Looked like he wanted it a little bit more. He was up in the clouds and came down with the spike.
Yeah, that was just a bad set right there, and then it just went to the other side of the court, and Razo just took advantage of it.
So Razo, double digits finally on the season in kills. Saman Mohammed serving up again for the Hornets. 10 serving 9. Vea to Gomez. Attempt by, and they're going to give it to him. Ryan C., the freshman from South Pasadena.
Yeah, that's where you got to keep the ball in play right there. You got to keep your hands inward. When they're outward, they're good direct out bounce.
So the Hornets get to 10 first. L.A. Pierce answers back, 10 serving 10. Mohammed passes it to Raza, who sets it for Bush. Tafoya, two-hand up, and Sam Henry gets a kill. He's second in the team, and now he has 125 on the season.
Yeah, Henry's in a groove right now. Yeah, you got to get him out of position.
So Henry gives the Brahmas the lead back, 11 serving 10. Tafoya with the ball. Tafoya into the net. We're tied up 11-11 after the service error.
Yeah, that's already the third service error in this set for L.A. Pierce.
So Mano Razo from Diamond Bar went to Diamond Ranch with the serve. Gomez setting up Henry again. Bush went up for the block, but ball out of bounds off the deflection. Point for our guest, L.A. Pierce.
Yeah, Bush needed to set up on the outside. He was set up more toward the middle, and that's why the deflection went out of bounds for that reason.
So Brahma's in control again. Miguel, excuse me, everybody. Miguel Cordova with the serve. Chavez eyeing the sideline. And he found just inside the sideline. We're tied up at 12.
Yeah, and those cross-court passes, those are very difficult ones, especially on the sideline. Samuel Chavez did a great job of not trying to do too much on it, just did enough to keep it in play.
So I have Chavez unofficially at 148. He can smell 150 kills on the season. Bush will serve it up. Gomez to Vunam on that play. Chavez with the spike near the net. Block attempt by the Brahmas, no good. Hornets back with the lead.
And back-to-back kills right there for Chavez.
He has 5 on the day as Bush sets it up for us. Vea to Henry. Block attempt by Nadelson. Unsuccessful. L.A. Pierce ties it up at 13. We must have had, I don't know how many ties, at least 7 or 8.
Yeah, both teams are going back and forth.
L.A. Pierce out of bounds, giving the Hornets a free lead.
Yeah, it's already the 4th service error now for L.A. Pierce.
Nadelson, the 6'8" boulder from Colorado. Gomez with the spike and the kill. Armando Gomez ties it back up here at the Hornets Nest.
Yeah, and Gomez is more of an assist guy. That was another good cross court right there and just was able to stay in play.
Gomez, the former coach, the smart playmaker with 142 assists coming into the game. Mohamed passes it. Razzo gets it to Chavez, who gets it over, and L.A. Pierce can't handle it in the back area. Hornets take the lead, 15-14.
Yeah, already his 6th kill of the game. Yeah, he placed that perfectly in that back corner and didn't try to do too much there. He just tried to dump it in.
And with that kill, he has 150 on the season. So Samuel Chavez, coincidentally, will serve it up for Fullerton. Chavez, feeling that 150 milestone, puts it a little too much on it there.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little bit interject on that, and then you try to do a little bit too much, and that's what he did.
The tension when you're playing volleyball really affects the power and the velocity you put on every hit, every set, and every bump. Vea serves it up. Mohamed passes it to Razzo. Wow, Minjarez looked like he was going to come down with his right, and then a quick tap down with his left.
Yeah, he took the defense off guard, too, which was a good thing because they had him going middle right, and he went to the left.
He saw it just in time. Aseoka with the serve. Vea controls the serve, receive. Razzo setting up Chavez. Arnautovic receives that one. Brahmas get it over, looked like Tafoya. Chavez wants some action. Line judge calls it out of bounds. We're tied up at 16.
Yeah, that's already the 2nd hitting error for Chavez right there. You got to limit those hitting errors.
Stephen Whalen checks in, the freshman from Taft Charter. They're the Toreadores. Bush goes up for the kill, but he's met by a wall of Brahmas on the left side of the net.
Yeah, I could tell Bush was kind of questioning himself right there, too, where to hit it.
It looked like that was Ryan C. and Henry with the block. Bush goes at it again. That time he squeezes it in between Henry and C and ties it up for the Hornets.
That's the 2nd time that Razzo has set up Bush, leading them too, and not trying to go too far into the net.
So 17 all. It's going to be a timeout for L.A. Pierce. Coach Adachiga wants to talk it over how the Brahmas can get rid of the Hornets in this first set.
This is a great first set. Both teams are going back and forth.
So Brahmas take the timeout. It is 17-17 in set number 1. This is Hornet Volleyball on Hornet Radio. So, Travis, you had some input you wanted to say after that timeout.
Yeah, like I said, this is a really exciting first set. I think the issue with both teams is the errors, especially with LA Pierce right now. Their setting errors is their biggest issue right now. They already have 4 setting errors, giving up 3 points for Fullerton, and then Fullerton has been able to capitalize on those too because of their hitting errors. They already have 3 hitting errors, 2 of them by Samuel Travis, and they got to be able to clean that up.
And it's interesting, LA Pierce comes in with a .246 hitting percentage, which is 47 percentage points higher than Fullerton, who is at sub 200 at 199 coming into today's game. Gomez sets it up for Tafoya. Tafoya breaks the tie once again. LA Pierce 18, Hornets 17 in set number 1 here at the Hornets Nest.
Yeah, and that one's a really tough one for Muhammad to judge right there, too, is whether or not to get a piece on or let it go.
So Tafoya serves it up from the right side. And he puts a little too much mustard on the hot dog.
Yeah, good job by Muhammad and Chavez just to let that one go. That's already the 5th service error for LA Pierce.
And the LA Pierce liberos will switch out. Vea comes back in as Razo gets to set 18 all. Gomez setting up Henry. Deflected off the block attempt by Bush and Nadelson.
Yeah, good attempt there by Bush and Nadelson.
LA Pierce 19, serving the Hornets 18 here in set number 1. LA Pierce eyeballing 20. Cordova, the freshman from Kennedy of Granada Hills. The former Kennedy Cougar will have the serve here in set number 1. Pierce with the lead. Bush handles it. Razo passes to Chavez. Past the wall of LA Pierce. Gomez and the Brahmas setting up Henry. One-hander by Vunum, no good. Bush looking for the front corner. Pierce gets it. And out of bounds. Hornets take the point.
Yeah, and that's already a hitting error. That's like the second one for LA Pierce right there.
Bush, the freshman, with the serve. Vea doesn't handle it cleanly. Henry looking to get it over, but that's going to be 4 touches. Hornets. And we were wondering, the Hornets find magic number 21st here in set number 1 with a 1-point lead. Logan Bush with another serve for the Hornets. Gomez sets up Henry. Henry sneaks it past Bush and inside the back line. We're tied up 20-20.
Yeah, they were able to find the seam in between Nadelson and Asaoka. Yeah, you got to be able to close that gap.
Waylon checks back in for LA Pierce as Ognanovich serves it up. Razo setting up the Rocky Mountain man, Jasper Nadelson, with another kill on the season. I have him unofficially at 98.
Yeah, and when Nadelson gets up there, he just reacts. Usually, most people, when they get a kill, it takes them time until they spike it down. With him, he just snaps it down. That's what you're supposed to do.
So Nadelson gives the Hornets the lead back. Checking in and serving is Elias Morales, the sophomore defensive specialist from Whittier. He digs that hit by LA Pierce. Gonzalez puts Bush on his back. Backhand by Morales, and Razo gets it back over to the LA Pierce side, and we are tied up again at 21 each.
Yeah, that was a good pancake by Morales right there, too. Looked like they were going to steal a point.
But, excuse me, they actually give the point to LA Pierce. So we're tied up at 21-21. Chavez gets it over to LA Pierce's side. Vunum puts the Hornets on their defenses. Mohammed to Razo. To Asaoka. He deflects it off to Brahmas. Point for the Hornets.
Yeah, for Asaoka, that's already his 57th kill and his first one of the game.
He's top 5, make it the 5th leading kill man for the Hornets. LA Pierce takes their second timeout of the first set. Hornets 22-21 in the first set. Each team looking to take the first set. You're listening to Hornet Volleyball on Hornet Radio. So both teams talk it over. Head coach Ed Rapp is talking over with associate head coach Raymond Barsamian. Travis, who do you think takes this first set?
Hey, right now, Fullerton looks a little bit more comfortable. They're starting to get LA Pierce's back row to scramble a little bit. So that's why their outside hitters haven't been able to get up into the net as much to be set up by the setters in order to make those kills. And that's what Fullerton needs to do for the rest of this set if they want to win set number one.
And the Hornets with the 1 point advantage. Back on the floor for the Brahmas is Vea, Gomez, Gonzalez, Vunam, and Ognanovich, For the Hornets, Bush, Asaoka, Curtis Lee checks into the game for the first time as Chavez gets the ace for the Hornets. Yeah. He's the leader for the Hornets in aces, now with 14.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because last set, before he got 2 service aces, he had no aces before that and already 4 now.
So Chavez trying to get the Hornets to set point. Gomez setting up for Tafoya. The front row of the Hornets took a lot of velocity off of that. And the Hornets have a mishap at the front line, unable to get it over. LA Pierce within 1.
Yeah, that one was just set up a little bit too far, and you could tell that Bush had to move up.
And Yoon Bae checks in for the Hornets. I don't think we've seen him yet here in this match. He's usually the assist leader for the Hornets, coming into this game with 295, only 5 away from the 300 mark. So the libero, Vea, will serve it up for LA Pierce as they try to tie this back up. It'll be 22 serving 23. No timeouts for the Brahmas left. Bae setting up Lee. Blocked by LA Pierce. Bae setting up Asaoka. And Asaoka gives the Hornets set point, and he will serve it up.
They just does such a great job of not doing too much when he's setting up his players, too. And he just has a great feeling and instinct.
Asaoka serving set point. LA Pierce's Tafoya with the kill attempt. Bush only got one hand on it. Bae came in sliding out of nowhere, but it is a point for LA Pierce.
Yeah, you look at the hustle plays going on right now, you could tell that Fullerton's all over the floor just diving, trying to get those digs and trying to get over the net.
Armando Gomez will serve it after the timeout by Fullerton. Fullerton leads here in set number 1, 24-23. You are watching Hornet Volleyball on Hornet Radio. So the Hornets 1 point away from taking set number 1. They are 8-7 overall, 4-3 in the Northern Region Central Division. A winning 4-2 at home. And they are trying to improve upon that record, but LA Pierce controls it here. Gomez, who's 22nd in the 3C2A, will serve it up and try to get it up to 24 each. Muhammad with the pass. Bae comes from the middle, sets up Bush. Whalen. And that was outside the antenna. Hornets take set number 1, 25-23. It is Hornets 1, LA Pierce 0. This is Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio. So the Hornets take the first set after a lot of back and forth. That was a close one. I'm not sure if we necessarily thought that it would be this close, but let's give it up to LA Pierce right there every step of the way with the Hornets.
Yeah, and then Fullerton just did a good job. Even when they make a few errors themselves, they were still able just to play their game and just deal with that adversity, and that's what you need to do too, because you're going to have sets where you're going to deal with some kind of adversity, and you're going to have runs along the way too, and you got to be able to handle those type of runs, and Fullerton was able to capitalize and then make their own run to at least pull away and get that 2-point win.
And it looked like the usual starting reinforcements came just in time with Lee and Bay checking in. The offense started to click again, and they capitalized on some mistakes by the Brahmas. We talked about a lot of errors, a lot of service errors for LA Pierce, a lot of hitting errors for LA Pierce, and the Hornets able to capitalize.
Yeah, and then Bay had a really good set too, especially when they brought him in, because he does a great job of setting up his teammates and not trying to do too much. And then Samuel Chavez had like at least 8 kills in that first set.
Yeah, Bay, the freshman from Foothill of Santa Ana, coming into the game as the 8th leading assist man and 8th in assists per set in the 3C2A.
Yeah, and with Bay, his senior year at Foothill High out in Pleasanton, he led his team to that North Coast section title back in 2024 with 39 assists, 13 service points, and 7 kills against Castro Valley. And the team that year finished 29-6. It was their first North Coast section title since 2010.
All right, so we are under 1 minute away from getting set number 2 started. The Hornets have a 1-0 lead. LA Pierce, the third place team in the Northern Region Canyon Division. So we're going to transition to set number 2. The Fullerton Hornets leading 1-0.
This is Hornet Volleyball on Hornet Radio. This is Travis Forster. Alongside me is Henry J. Medina as we head to set number 2 with Fullerton leading 1-0. As we're going to reset the lineup for you. On the floor for LA Pierce right now is Ryan C., Ryder Tafoya, Stephen Whalen, Armando Gomez, Dev Vunam, Sam Henry.
And for the Hornets back in this set, on the floor in front is Razo, Minjarez, Asaoka, Mohammed, Logan Bush, and Samuel Chavez.
As we get set for set number 2, Fullerton leading 1-0. LA Pierce will serve. That'll be Armando Gomez. Mohammed with the dig. Lazo sets up Minjarez. Oh, nice pass there. And Fullerton with the point there as the Hornets take an early 1-0 lead.
And you gotta love that change of pace play by Minjarez, giving the Hornets the first point of set number 2.
Here comes Saman Mohammed to serve. Gomez sets up Tafoya, but Nielsen right there. Razo tries to spike it, not able to. Gomez sets it up for Henry. And it goes out of bounds. Point goes to the Hornets as the Hornets take a quick 2-0 lead.
And Henry was trying to avoid, a 3-man wall of Nadelson, Bush, and Razo.
So Mohammed serves. Henry tries to spike it. He gets it down.
He got it that time in the gap just between Nadelson and Bush. Bush tried to dig it out, but man, that had some heat on it.
It sure did. And it's now a 2-1 lead for the Hornets. So first point for L.A. Pearson, set number 2. Back to serve now is Ryder Tafoya. Razzo sets up Bush. And they're going to give the point to L.A. Pierce.
Blocked by C there. He has 13 coming into the match. 5th, for L.A. Pierce.
Tafoya back to serve again. Now it's tied at 2-all. Nice dig by Muhammad. Chavez. And it goes high and out. So,
and it looked like Chavez came across horizontally on that hit attempt. Not sure if he wanted to go more vertical with it. I think he saw an opening on the left, but nonetheless, it's a point for L.A. Pierce.
Third hitting there for Chavez as Tafoya back to serve. And Muhammad decided to leave the leg go, and service there for L.A. Pierce as the Hornets now tie the game up at 3-all.
Just as L.A. Pierce got some momentum, there was an error, and now we're tied up again.
Razzo serve. Dig by Tafoya. Henry with the kill. Blocked by Bush. Nailson with kill. That was blocked in the net. Gomez sets it up. And that was rare to Tafoya once again. Already his 5th kill of the game. And L.A. Pierce takes the lead now at 4-3. Oh, no, it's Fullerton gets the point there. So now back to service Razos. So it was a hitting there.
Yeah, it looked like Tafoya came out of nowhere and it just hit wide right on that one.
Yeah.
They called it out. But another service error.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
By each of these teams gives the other team a tie score in here at the Hornets Nest.
We're tied at 4-all. Back to service, L.A. Pierce, and that's Miguel Cordova. And another service there for L.A. Pierce. Already their 6th.
That's so frustrating. You get the ball back off a service error, and you put up a service error right into the net as well. That's got to be frustrating for Coach Arnachiga.
Nailson tried to block it, but unsuccessful, as that was Dev Vunam with the kill. His first kill of the game. A point to L.A. Pierce as the game is now tied up at 5-all in set number 2.
Vunam hit the 50 kill mark recently.
Now
unofficially has 52 now.
Back to service, Christian Okjanovic. Chavez with the kill from the Asaoka set. So another kill for Samuel Chavez, his 8th of the game. As Fullerton with another point as they regain the lead at 6-5 in set number 2.
And L.A. Pierce does not want to get Chavez going.
Lorenzo Gonzalez back to serve now. That's Elias Morales, my mistake, back to serve. And a point to L.A. Pierce right there. And that kill was by Stephen Whalen, his first of the game. So now the game is tied up at 6-all in set number 2 as Whalen goes back to serve. Dig by Mohammed, set by Razzo. Asayo kill, that was blocked. Butch got a hand on it, but unable to keep it in. Another kill for Ryder Tafoya right there. It's already his 7th. A point for L.A. Pierce as they take a 7-6 lead over Fullerton. Set number 2. As Whalen goes back to serve. Mohammed lets it go. Another service there for L.A. Pierce. Already their 7th of the game. So a point to the Hornets as the game is tied up at 7-all.
Another tie, but these are the games we want to call. We want to see a good back-and-forth action. Of course, we want the Hornets to take it in the end, but a good game is what we're looking to call tonight.
Gauss with kill, got blocked there. Razzo tried to kill it, but Tafoya got there to spike it down. No, hang on. Let's see. No, they're going to give the point to Fullerton there, as it was a net violation. So net violation on Tafoya. Point goes to Fullerton as the Hornets take an 8-7 lead.
And Coach Adachiga wants an explanation from down ref Larry Schwartz. They're talking it over. They just don't see eye to eye on this, and it'll stand a point for the Hornets.
Now Tafoya's going to check with the ref here. So Fullerton up 8-7 as of right now in set number 2. So Tafoya leads the team in kills with 147. He has a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo. He played flag football until COVID hit, and then he discovered volleyball. And he was a left-hander for most of the sports he played with. And the call does stand, so the Hornets do get that point. Oh no, the point did not stand. So they'll give it to L.A. Pierce.
It looks like they're going to redo the point.
They're going to redo it. They're going to reset the point. Okay. So Chavez back to serve. Sayoko tried to kill it. Unsuccessful. As a kill right there goes to Christian Okjanovic. And L.A. Pierce with a point there as they take an 8-7 lead in set number 2.
And Asayoko, it just looked like a little bit of a swing and a miss. I'm sure I'll get the next one.
Razzo, you think he was set, but he was able to dump it down for a kill. And now the point to Fullerton as the game is tied up at 8-all.
I just love seeing those quick hitters that, you know, you see the slow setup when the power down, but I just like when they just get after it and get it over quick.
Asayoko serves, and he goes wide as he tried to go cross court there. So point to L.A. Pierce as they retake the lead at 9-8. Back to service, Armando Gomez. Razzo sets up Minharas, got blocked. Bush keeps alive. Razzo. Yes, they will give him the kill. Point goes to Fullerton as the game is tied up at 9-all in set number 2. Oh, as it got tipped.
We had a deflection there. Well, the Hornets have control here, it looks like.
Yeah, Mohammed will serve. Henry tries to kill it. Asayoko with the dig. And Razzo again tries to dump it. Henry saves it. Goes back to Fullerton. Mohammed with the dig. Razzo sets it over to Nailson. Back over to Fullerton again. Razzo will set it once again. This time to Bush. Gets blocked. L.A. Pierce with it. Tried the corner. Unsuccessful there was Ryder Tafoya. And point goes to Fullerton as Fullerton will take a 10-9 lead.
So many nice plays on that point. Nadelson and Razzo going up at the same time. Razzo kind of using Nadelson as camouflage. Vea getting the nice serve, dig, out of nowhere as L.A. Pierce.
And Ryan Say with the kill right there. His first of the game. Point goes to L.A. Pierce. And now the game is tied up at 10-all here in set number 2 as Ryder Tafoya will go back to serve. And there'll be a substitution. Tafoya's going to come out, and Lorenzo Gonzalez will come in, and he will serve. 10-10 in set number 2. Razzo sets up Nadelson. Nadelson with his second kill of the game as Fullerton retakes the lead at 11-10.
Nadelson 1 away from hitting the century mark in kills for the season. At least that's what I have on my sheet.
Razzo back to serve. Gomez sets up Henry. Blocked by Nadelson. Razzo sets up Chavez. Blocked there by Whalen. Mohammed sets up Bush. Gomez. And he gets the corner there, goes Lorenzo Gonzalez. So point to L.A. Pierce as the game's now tied up at 11-all in set number 2.
Looks like binary on the scoreboard right now, Travis, all those ones and zeros.
Then back to serve now is Ryan C. Dig by Mohammed. Chavez just hits it over. Henry tried to get him off guard. Chavez, and they're going to give Fullerton the point there. As that was a net violation, so Fullerton retakes the lead at 12-11. Logan Bush back to serve. Gomez sets up Waylon. Bush with a dig. Mohammed with the dig. Razzo just serves it backcourt. And a hitting there by Waylon. So point to Fullerton as the Hornets take a 13-11 lead in set number 2.
And how about the hustle there by Bush and Mohammed, making that point possible for Fullerton.
Now back to serve is Logan Bush. Gomez tried to dump it down, but unsuccessful. As Fuller. And no, they're going to give LA Pierce the point. As there was a violation on Fullerton there. So it's 13-12 the Hornets.
It looked like Asaoka got tangled up in the net just a little bit.
Chavez with the kill. Got dug up there. Razzo sets up Chavez. And Chavez with the kill this time. His ninth kill of the game. Point goes to Fullerton there as the Hornets take a 14-12 lead over LA Pierce.
Good job by Fullerton maintaining their composure despite the little bit of friendly fire between Bush and Mohammed there.
Well, Elias Morales back to serve as we're in set number 2. Gomez with the kill, dug up by Asaoka. Asaoka just serves it back. A block by Asaoka after Waylon tried to kill it. So point goes to the Hornets as the Hornets take a 15-12 lead at set number 2.
The 14th block for Asaoka. I think he's starting to feel it now. Hopefully that gives him some confidence back after a few earlier mishaps and mistakes.
Morales back to serve again. We're in set number 2, Fullerton lead 15-12. Gomez, nope. Asaoka digs that one up. Chavez with the kill. So set by Asaoka as he'll get the assist there. Chavez with another kill. That's his 10th. As Fullerton with another points, they take a 16-12 lead in set number 2.
Yeah, Vunam and Gomez just not able to get in front of that one quite enough, deflecting it back into their territory.
Elias Morales back to serve again. Fullerton on main run right now. Morales tried to dig it there, but it bounced before he was able to dig that one up. So a point to LA Pierce as Fullerton is up 16-13.
And that was a good by Vunam finding some empty space in the Hornets zone.
Stephen Whalen back to serve. Dug up by Mohammed. Razzo sets Asaoka. They were looking for a tip, but no tip as it went too far. So point to LA Pierce. It'll be 16-14 to Hornets. Whalen back to serve. Dug up by Mohammed. Razzo sets up Chavez. Blocked to the front by Tafoya. Another point to LA Pierce. 3 unanswered points. It's now 16-15 Hornets in set number 2.
Yeah, Vunam and Tafoya there in the vicinity. Vunam, the blocks leader for this LA Pierce team.
So Whalen back to serve once again. Mohammed dig. Razzo sets up Chavez. And unable to dig it was Arjanovic. So point to Fullerton, another kill for Chavez. So 17-15 lead for Fullerton. As Chavez will go back to serve now as we're in set number 2. And now there's a substitution as Lee comes in for Razzo. Dug up by Whalen. Gomez with kill. And they said they got back corner right there. So point to L.A. Pierce and a kill for Gomez. So 17-16, the Hornets lead over L.A. Pierce. And back to serve is Kenneth Vea. And service ace for Vea there. As Muhammad unable to dig that one up. So now we're tied up at 17-all in set number 2 as Vea is back to serve once again. Bay sets up Lee. That got blocked by Gomez. Dug up by Muhammad. Bay sets up Asayoka, got blocked. Ojanovic setting up to Foyt. And the point's going to go forward 10.
Yeah, an illegal hit there, it looked like.
So legal hit there, and the game is tied up at 18-0 in set number 2.
It looked like a little bit of a palm ball there.
Asayoka back to serve. Jovic sets up to Foya right there, and they said no tip. So the point will go to the Hornets right there, as the Hornets now will retake the lead at 19-18. Timeout, L.A. Pierce. As Fullerton leads 1-0, and they lead, and the score right now in set number 2 is 19-18. You are watching Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio. So Henry, back and forth set. So what do you think both teams are talking about in this timeout? What kind of adjustments do you think they could make in order to take this set?
Well, I think L.A. Pierce is trying to clean up their mistakes. We had a couple of service errors earlier in the set. I think the Hornets are trying to clean things up at the net. A few times, a few of the front row players have been out of position and not getting clean contact on the setups.
All right, so Fullerton to serve will be Asaoka. They're leading 1-0 with the score Fullerton leading 19-18. Dug up by Tafoya. Tafoya with the kill. Gomez trying to keep it in play. Bay sets up Bush. It's out of bounds. And they're going to give the point to L.A. Pierce.
And the crowd's calling for a foretouch. The Hornets are calling for a foretouch.
And the line judge across the way actually overturned it. They said it was 4 touches, so the point will go to the Hornets. So Hornets take a 20-18 lead. Now the coach is talking to the line judge there. Just getting a little bit, just getting an explanation there.
We've had a couple close calls by the referee crew tonight. And Coach Adachiga wants his captain, Tafoya, to talk to Mr. Benfield up on the ladder.
So we have an exciting first 2 sets. First set was tight, and the second set is already tight. So 20-18 lead for Fullerton, set number 2. So right now, Tafoya is still getting an explanation from the ref. And it looks like the call's going to stand. As Asayoka will be back to serve for Fullerton. So right now, Bush, Minhares, Lee, Bay, Mohammed, and Asayoka for Fullerton are on the court. And for L.A. Pierce, Gomez, Ojanovic, and Say. So right now, Ojanovic sets it up to, that was dug up. Ojanovic sets up Gomez. Bush with his first block of the game. No, Oh, hang on. No, they're going to give the point to L.A. Pierce.
And L.A. Pierce back within one.
It's 20-19 Fullerton in set number 2. Base sets up lead. And a violation on Fullerton. Point goes to L.A. Pierce as we're tied up at 20-all in set number 2. As Gomez will be back to serve.
It looked like it hit the pole, the right pole, the far pole by the scorer's table.
Dug up by Mohammed. Base sets up Minharas. Minharas with the kill. And Fullerton retakes the lead at 21-20.
And Minharas says, you're not going to call the four-touch that I was involved in? Well, I'm going to slam it home, so there's no doubt about that one.
Mohammed back to serve with Fullerton leading at 21-20 in set number 2. Gomez sets up Henry. Dug up by Osaokin. They tried to set up Bush, but Bush lost his footing there. Gomez sets up for Tafoya, and Nadelson unable to block it. So a kill for Tafoya and a point to L.A. Pierce as the game is tied up at 21-all.
Mohammed tried to shake off the fall. A couple of times these Hornets tonight, not sure if it's miscommunication or what, but we've seen some bowling pin action knocking each other down. Looked like Bush was the pin and Bay was the bowling ball in that situation.
Back to serve now is Lorenzo Gonzalez. Mohammed says that he's okay. He'll stay in the game. (21-0) between the Hornets and the Brahmas. Dug up by Mohammed. Bay sets up Bush. Bush goes cross court for the kill. Point goes to Fullerton as the Hornets retake the lead at 22-21 in set number 2. Now there's some substitutions as Chavez and Razo come in for Bay and Lee.
And you know, Travis, it's pretty awesome that these two top 10 teams, despite being one at 6, one at 10, are so competitive tonight, so closely matched. And we were talking to some of the other Hornets men's volleyball players, and they felt like after the first run of the series of playing all the teams in the conference, they can compete with anybody.
Razo back to serve. Gomez sets up Henry. Blocked by Bush. Dug up by Razo there. Chavez just dumps it back. Gomez sets up Henry again. Blocked by Nailson, but it goes out. So a kill for Henry right there, and a point to L.A. Pierce as the game is tied up at 22-all.
Good name, Henry.
Back to serve is Kenneth Vea. Henry tries to kill it. Razo digs it up. Mohammed tries to set up Bush. And Bush with the kill and a point to Fullerton as the Hornets take a 23-22 lead. So second kill of the game for Bush. And timeout called by L.A. Pierce. With Fullerton leading 1-0. The score is 23-22, the Hornets. You are watching Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio. All right, Henry, what have you seen from your perspective from both sides, from both teams?
Yeah, so another back and forth set. A little bit of miscommunication. We talked about the bumping into each other on the Hornet side. They're trying to feud a few different lineups we haven't seen the last couple times out here at the Hornets Nest. L.A. Pierce hanging in there, though. I mean, Henry, a good athlete, gets up there, comes down with those fireballs. And here we are 1 point away in set number 2.
Yeah, both teams have had different rallies of their own. Fullerton had a mini rally. It looked like they were going to pull away, but LA Pierces have been able to fight back in this set, trying to steal the set. Bush serving. Gomez sets Henry. Dug up by Razzo. Mohammed sets up Chavez. Chavez tries to dump in, but dug up there by Vea. Mohammed with a dig. Razzo sets up Nadelson. Nadelson with the kill. That's his third of the game. Fullerton with a point, and they take a 24-22 lead. So set point number 1 for Fullerton, looking to take a 2-0 lead. Bush back to serve. Gomez sets Henry. It goes over, and yes, point will go to Fullerton as Fullerton steals set number 2 as they take a 2-0 lead after winning 25-22. This is Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio.
And we're back here at the Hornets Nest. On Hornet Radio. Fullerton takes the first 2 sets. Both were very close sets, but Fullerton does end up pulling it off. Logan Bush has been a big player today, so is Jasper Nableton. I'm James Spillin alongside Alexis Almazan Lopez as we get ready for the third set here at the Hornets Nest.
It's been a close one here. It's been a really good game.
Yeah, although Fullerton is up 2-0, both sets were real close. I don't think there was more than a 4-point lead either way, so it's been a real tight. Both sets have been real tight.
It's been a real back and forth here.
And we'll get the lineups out for you here. For the Pierce Brahmas, we got number 22, Ryan Teese. Agjonovic, Gomez, Tafoya, Henry, and Arnold. And for the Hornets, we got Nadelson, Razo, Chavez, Aseoka, and Muhammad. And it looks like Fullerton will start with the serve here in the third set.
I'm expecting another very close set here.
And a service error right off the bat there for Fullerton. And the Brahmas will start with a 1-0 lead here in the third set. It'll be Gomez to serve for the Brahmas. A little backline kill attempt from Chavez. Nice block there from Nadelson and Bush. Brahmas have to float it over. Here comes Bush with an attack, and it's blocked by Henry. Nice block by Henry there to get the point for the Brahmas. 2-0 Pierce College.
Very, very great block there.
And Gomez with the serve. Razo with the set. Just a little flip over from Bush, and it's good. Point goes to the Hornets. I think Pierce is so used to Bush coming out with the heart attack, but the little floater caught him off guard there and got the point.
Yeah, they didn't expect off that little floater from Bush, like you said.
And it'll be Razo to serve for the Hornets. Chavez with a little dump over, blocked by Henry. Razo to Nadelson, blocked by C. Chavez with the cross, just a bit wide. Point goes to the Brahmas.
Like you said, yeah, just a little bit wide.
And it'll be Gonzalez to serve for Pierce College. Up 3-1 here in the third set at the Hornets Nest. And that's going to go as a service ace for Gonzalez. It went off the Libro's hands there. Like, he caught it off guard there. He got off the end of his fingertips, went right behind him, and point goes to the Brahmas. Bush with the kill.
Oh.
And it's good. I don't know if there was a little bit of confusion there on the Brahmas part there. They were all looking at each other, didn't know what to do.
Like nobody saw the kill. They just stood there.
And it's Bush to serve for the Hornets. Gonzalez with the dig. Gomez to set up for Henry. Bush with the dig. Razo sets up. Aseoka blocked by Henry. Nadelson to Bush. Nice dig there from Bush. Cross-court pass. Aseoka, it's good. And that's going to go for a kill for Chavez. Point goes to the Hornets.
That was a lot of back and forth right there.
Yeah, that was a pretty long rally there. And Bush to serve for the Hornets. And Tafoya checks back in for Gonzalez for the Brahmas. Bush serves. Gomez set up. And the kill comes from C. Point goes to Pierce College.
That was a very great kill.
Kenneth V with the serve. Here comes Chavez. Oh, way long with the kill attempt. Point goes to the Brahmas. So on the season, LA Pierce has the 4th best hitting percentage in the state. And Fullerton comes in at 12th. But so far today, it's been the other way around.
Oh.
And there's a kill from Aseoka. Point goes to the Hornets. Elias Morales will check in for Oscar Venegas. And will serve here for the Hornets. Hornets trail 6-4 here in the third set, but are up 2-0 here at the Hornets Nest on Hornet Radio. Serve over. Gomez sets up Henry. Dug out by Razzo. Morales with the setup. A little confusion on the Hornets' part, and the point goes to the Brahmas.
Some little confusion there between Fullerton. Some little confusion there.
Definitely some confusion. Now to serve for the Brahmas is Ognanovich with a 7-4 lead here in the third set, trailing 2-0. A little sloppy play there from the Hornets. Osielka said, it's my bad. Bush with a nice dig. Raza sets up Osielka. Dug out by Tafoya. And into the net by Whalen. Point goes to the Hornets. Hornets trail 7-5 here in the third set. And Chavez will be the serve. He's been off on his serve today. He's had multiple service errors. Let's see if he can get it on track here. Nope, another one.
And as you said right now, he's been off on his serves today.
Yep, I think that's his fourth service error that I've counted so far today. It'll be Whalen to serve for the Brahmas. Raza sets up Asioka. Cross-court kill attempt. Tafoya and Razo meet up at the net. Perfect setup here for the Hornets. And a kill from Razo. That was a perfect setup all around there for the Hornets.
Perfect. Who got the kill?
That was Razo with the kill.
Razo, all right.
Now to serve for the Hornets will be Asioka. Here comes Henry. Nice dig there from Muhammad. Here comes Bush. Blocked by Gomez. Gomez with the kill attempt, and it's good. That was a good angle there from Gomez, getting the point for the Brahmas. There was that small window between Bush and the pole there, and he fit it right in there.
Good attempt by Bush, but it wasn't enough.
And it will be Arnold to serve for Pierce. Razo sets up Benares, but it's blocked by the Brahmas. Point goes to the Brahmas. 10-6 lead here in the third set. Brahmas trailing 2-0 here at the Hornets Nest. And Arnold to serve again. Tafoya blocked by Bush. Tafoya another try. Asioka with the dig. Gomez sets up Tafoya. And it's blocked by Bush and Benares. Point goes to the Hornets. And it'll be Muhammad to serve here for the Hornets. Kill attempt is long from Gomez. Point goes to the Hornets. Score now is 10-8. Hornets trail here in the third set. Muhammad with the serve. Just clears the net. Here comes Tafoya. Nice dig from Muhammad. Razo sets up to Asioka. Tafoya again. Muhammad and Bush look at each other like, that was my ball, we both had it, but neither one of them got it. Point goes to the Brahmas.
A bit of miscommunication right there between Muhammad and
Bush.
Was it Bush? Yep.
And it's Gomez with the serve for the Brahmas. There's Nadelson, and it's long. Point goes to Pierce.
They're asking for someone.
And Gomez to serve again for Pierce.
Fullerton there was looking for a call. Not sure what it was.
Not quite sure what they were trying to argue there, but the call stays with Pierce. And it's 12-8 here for the Brahmas in the third set, trailing 2-0. Coach Raymond and Bush had a couple words there, not sure what they were talking about, trying to get on the same page as the Hornets trail by 4 here in the third set. And Gomez serves, Nadelson with the kill attempt, and it's good. Point goes to the Hornets. Perfect setup there from Razzo to Nadelson. It'll be Razzo to serve. Oh, what a serve. Hits the very top tape on the net and just limps over. Point for the Hornets with the service ace from Razzo.
For a second, I thought the trend of the best services were going to continue, but
that was his 5th ace of the season.
not over.
That one looked like it could have been a little bit long, but they play it anyway. Mohamed sets up Chavez, and he gets the kill, bringing the Hornets to within 1 here in the third set, 12-11 at the Hornets Nest. It'll be Razzo to serve again for the Hornets.
Down 1, Fullerton, who is, I believe, 8-7. They could use a win here.
Gomez. Long there from C. Point goes to the Hornets, and that ties it up at 12. With the Hornets already leading 2-0. Trying to close it out here in the third set. And Razzo with the serve. Nice dig there from Tafoya. Now the kill attempt from Tafoya, but blocked by Bush and Nadelson. Henry blocked by Chavez and Nadelson. Henry tries again. This time it's good. Point goes to, oh, no good. I don't know if they touched the net there or. Either way, point goes to the Hornets, and it gives them the one point lead here in the third set. That's a 5-0 run for the Hornets. And just as I say that, the run ends. Point for the Brahmas, 13-13, all tied up here in the third set.
Before that play, that was a lot of continuous blocks by Fullerton.
Yeah, these two teams are actually tied for third in the state with 2.37 blocks per set. And here's Chavez. Oh!
Right to us.
Right to us. What a kill there from Chavez. Gomez had no chance on that. Point for the Hornets and the 1 point lead. It'll be Bush to serve. And another service error. And it squares it back up. Fullerton has the 6th most service errors in the state with 208, while LA Pierce has the 2nd fewest with 108. Chavez with a little dump over. Oh, nice dig there from the libero for Pierce College. And Nadelson, and it's good. Kill for Nadelson, and the 1 point lead back to the Hornets.
It's been a action-packed game. We've seen a lot of good blocks, a lot of good digs, a lot of kills.
And Nadelson is a great all-around athlete. He also qualified for the 50 free in the swim in high school. So he can do it all. Here comes Henry, just has to dump it over. Oh, Asioka's blocked by Arnold. Point for the Brahmas, tying it back up at 15 apiece.
Bush looked really frustrated on that play. He wished he could have that one back.
That's one thing about Bush. He is very passionate. He's a very passionate player. It'll be Ognanovich to serve for the Brahmas. Brazo sets up Chavez. And a kill for Chavez as he gives him a little stare down as he runs back. A 1 point lead back to the Hornets.
What a kill by Brazo.
It'll be Chavez to serve now. Let's see if he can get it on track here. He's had 4 service errors in this game so far. And make that 5.
It's sort of becoming a trend here with Brazo.
And he leads the team in service aces, but today he's leading the team in service errors. He was an all-conference honorable mention last season as a freshman. Asaaka blocked by Gomez. Brazo sets up Bush. And a kill from Bush right down the middle. Bush is known for going cross, like at the hard angle. That time he goes right down the middle and gets the kill. Point goes to the Hornets.
He changed it up a little bit.
And another service error from the Hornets.
What is that, 6?
Well, they're showing why they're the 6th. They have the 6th most service errors in the state, with 208 coming into the game. Arnold to serve. Brazo sets up Minares, I'm sorry. Brazo to Bush, blocked by Gomez. Well, point goes to Pierce. I'm not sure what the ref was trying to tell Minares there, but point goes to the Brahmas. It gives them a 18-17 lead here in the 3rd set. And Arnold's net serve goes right into the net. Point for the Hornets, and it squares it back up at 18. So this set's looked a lot like the first 2 sets, where it's been real close, back and forth, 1 point here, 1 point there. Nothing's gotten out of reach either way.
I had a feeling we were going to see another close set. They just don't want to stay apart from each other.
Here comes Gomez, dug out by Muhammad. Brazo sets up Chavez, who just has to dump it over. Ognanovich sets up Tafoya. Point for the Brahmas. The block attempt goes out of bounds for the Hornets, giving the 1 point advantage back to the Brahmas. And it will be Gomez to serve for Pierce College.
I have a feeling this set's going to come down to the wire. Come down to who wants it more.
Nadelson, just a little bit long. Looked like he jumped a little early there, so he hit the ball as he was coming down. Didn't quite get all of it on there. And a timeout to Fullerton. The timeout taken by Fullerton. We're in the 3rd set here with Fullerton leading 2-0, but trailing in this set 20-18. You're watching Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio. So these 2 teams coming in the game ranked in the top 10. Fullerton at number 6 and Pierce at number 10. Pierce is in a tough stretch of their schedule here. They played Moore Park this week and Santa Monica, and then after Fullerton go to Santa Barbara and San Diego Mesa. So they're playing 4 or 5 games straight against teams in the top 10. This is going to be their make-or-break part of their schedule.
Critical part coming up.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. What was that, Alex?
Critical part coming up of the season. It's definitely going to be a challenge for them.
And Orange Coast is still number 1 in the state, within the state, with a 17-0 record, as they just knocked off the defending champs, Golden West. And Gomez here to serve for the Brahmas. Brazo sets up Bush, blocked by Henry. Bush tries again. Oh, and it rests up on the net, falls to the Fullerton side. Point goes to Pierce College.
From all my games I watch in volleyball, I've rarely seen the ball just rest on the net like that.
Gomez to serve. Razo sets up Nadelson, blocked by Tafoya. Razo. Asioka just dumps it over. Here comes Henry. Chavez sets up Bush. And Bush gets the kill. Point goes to the Hornets. Bringing them within 20. It's 21-19 now. Hornets still trail by 2 in the set. And Muhammad checks back into the game for Venegas. And that'll be a timeout called by Pierce College. As it's 21-19 here in the third set. Brahmas have the lead in the set, but trail 2 sets to none here at the Hornets Nest. You're watching Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio. Yeah, so the rest of that top 10 I was just talking about. Number 1 is Orange Coast. Number 2 is Golden West. 3 is Santa Barbara City College. 4, Santa Monica. 5, Long Beach City. 6, the Hornets. Tied with San Diego Miramar. At number 8 is Moore Park. 9, San Diego Mesa. And rounding out the top 10, like I said, is LA Pierce College. And we're bringing it back here in the third set at the Hornets Nest. Hornets trail by 2 in this set, but lead 2 sets to none in the match. It will be Razo to serve for the Hornets. Oh, Henry and Bush meet at the net. Somehow keep it alive. Here's Tafoya with the kill attempt. Saved by Muhammad. Chavez and Tafoya go up at the net. And killed by Henry. Point goes to the Brahmas. I think the Hornets wanted a net call on that, but they didn't get it. Point goes to Pierce, giving them a 22-19 lead here in the third set. It'll be Gonzalez to serve for the Brahmas. Fullerton just kind of has to dump it over. And it's long there from Ognanovich. Point goes to the Hornets. Muhammad in for Venegas once again, and Bush on the serve. Gomez sets up Henry perfectly behind the back and gets the kill. 23-20, Pierce College here in the third set. And a must-win set for Pierce. Have a 3-point lead in the third set. Nadelson, nice dig there from Villa. And point for Henry, another kill. And they're 1 point away from taking this third set. It's 24-20, Pierce leads. And it'll be Villa to serve for the Brahmas. Asioka. Blocked but out of bounds, and here comes the ball. And point for the Hornets. Excuse me. And it's a 24-21 point deficit here for the Hornets. Trying to climb back, win this set, and end the match. Serving for the Hornets now will be Jwale. Gomez sets up Henry. Blocked by Chavez. Bogdanovich gets the kill and ends the set. 25-21 for the Brahmas. So 25-21 is the end of the set. They still trail 2 sets to 1. This is Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio. In that set, you saw that was the biggest lead I've seen from Pierce College. They got up to a 5-point lead in that set. And climbing back into it, making it 2 sets to 1 here at the Hornets Nest. So if you look at the standings here for the Northern Region Central Division, Santa Monica holds the slight lead over Fullerton. They're 6-1 on the season, or 12-5 on the season. Sorry, 6-1 in conference. Fullerton is 8-7 on the season and 4-3 in conference, and they're ahead of Long Beach, who's 9-7 and 3-3 in conference, and have lost 3 straight. And rounding out the division is El Camino at 4-10 overall and a 1-5 conference record. I'm James Spillin, joined by Henry J. Medina now. Henry, I think this might be the first time we've ever been on the headset together here.
Well, it's been too long if it hasn't been, but we have an interesting game. LA Pierce is back in it after that third set, down 1-2.
No clean sweep this time. Both these two teams are coming off losses where they got swept, so they're going a little bit longer in this one than they have been in the recent games.
And it makes sense, right? LA Pierce took Fullerton to, what was it, 25-23 in the first set, 25-22. Do you have the official right there? No?
No, I don't have the sets there.
But it was 2 really close sets to start this game.
Yeah, they just avoided their 3rd straight sweep as they got swept by Santa Barbara last Wednesday in Santa Barbara, and they got swept by Moore Park last Friday. But all of those were close too, 25-17, 25-20, 28-26. They've been hanging in there, just not quite getting the sets. And here we are in set number 4 at the Hornets Nest. This is Hornet Volleyball on Hornet Radio. I'm James Spillin, like I said, alongside Henry J. Medina. Hornets lead 2-1 going into the 4th set. For Pierce, we have Tafoya, Henry.
Good name,
Saeed,
Henry.
Gomez, and Arnold on the floor alongside Ognanovich. And for the Hornets, we have Bush, Chavez, Asioka, Minares, and Bay alongside Muhammad, the libero.
Do you think Henry calls himself King Henry? Do you think anyone's ever called him that?
I don't know, Henry, do you call yourself that?
I've used it once or twice.
I'm not sure what the holdup here is. Okay, Nadelson's going to come in for not sure who. Who came out?
Looks like they're trying to fix the rotation. I think Muhammad's going to stay on the floor. But, you know, I tell you, James, this team is going to be exciting when we recover them on the Coaches Show, which you can listen to every Friday on Hornet Radio.
You can tell that this team has a lot of fun. The bench is very lively. They have a lot of fun out there.
Absolutely. And they're deep. Nadelson, Bush, Chavez, all really good attackers.
All right, and we're going to get this 4th set started here. Gomez will serve for Pierce College, trailing 2-1 here at the Hornets Nest on Hornet Radio. Bay sets up Bush. Cross court. Point goes to the Hornets. Nice kill there from Logan Bush. Just how the set wanted to get started there from the Hornets.
And Henry went up there for the block attempt. It looks like, you know what? It looks like he was expecting C to be there to back him up, and they might be talking it over right now.
It'll be Muhammad to serve for the Hornets. Tafoya blocked by Bush and Nadelson. Bush to Bay to Nadelson. And point goes to the Hornets. That'll be a 2-0 lead to start the 4th set for the Hornets.
Another kill for the Rocky Mountain. Nadelson, famously from Boulder, Colorado, was a Boulder Panther up there in Colorado.
Muhammad to serve again for the Hornets. There's C. And Bay and Nadelson kind of hit the net there on the block attempt. Point goes to Pierce College.
Yeah, I think they thought they were going to receive that spike cleanly, but the hit the top of the net, and they didn't time it up well to do that unexpected hit on the net.
Right, and that was Tafoya, the serve for Pierce College. Bush just dumps it over but hits the net in the process. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Pierce that hit the net. Point goes to the Hornets.
Yeah, that time Henry getting the assist on the double block attempt with C. Bush recognizing it's no longer a one-on-one matchup, and good job by him hitting it over that wall.
Bay serves for the Hornets. Here's Henry, blocked by Bush and Nadelson. Nadelson with this kill.
How many times throughout this season here at the Hornets Nest have we seen Jasper Nadelson just get that free ball right in the middle of the net, right on top of Buzzy, and he just crashes down on top of it for an easy point?
What's crazy is you see how much smaller Bush is than Nadelson, but he still gets up just as high to match him on those block attempts. He's got some mad hops.
Yeah, Bush's athleticism, he's a phenom. Hope he stays for next year.
C tries to dump it over. Bay digs it out. Chavez with the set to Bush, blocked by C and Henry. They were both on the same page on that one, huh?
They were. So the South Pasadena C in there for the point.
Bay sets up Chavez with a little dump over. Saved by Gomez. Jogdanovic with a little floater over. Asioka sets up Bush into the net. Point goes to Pierce College.
That's a really good hustle by Gomez. And I don't want to get too personal, but I wish we would have asked Coach how old is Gomez, because I know he's a little on the older side. So for him to be out here running around with the young guns is pretty incredible.
And the kill attempt from Chavez looked like it went long, but it must have just barely grazed the fingertip of Henry. Point goes to the Hornets. It'll be Bush on the serve, leading 5-3 here in the fourth set at the Hornets Nest. Gomez sets up Arnold, but a miss hit there. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, Arnold. Miss hit, point goes to the Hornets. I don't know what happened there.
I like the idea from where I was sitting. It looked like it was going to be like almost like an alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, he was trying to punch it. Just clears the net. Bush gets it over. Gomez sets up Tafoya. Nice kill from Tafoya. Perfect setup from Gomez and a perfect kill attempt from Tafoya.
Yeah, it wasn't the first time we see him running up from the back row. He gets a lot of forward momentum as he leaps from that back row.
And his 147 kills coming into the match is 7th in the state. Miss hit there from Asioka gives Bay no chance. Point goes to Pierce College as Jogdanovic gets the ace.
And it looked like for a bit to start this set that the Hornets were looking to just put this one away, but those errors are costing them.
And a kill from Gomez, and that'll square it up at 6 here in the fourth set for Pierce College. That ace on the last point from Jogdanovic gives him the team lead with 11 service aces on the team. Bay with a little behind the back finger roll setup. Here comes Chavez. That was a swing and a miss from Nadelson. Jogdanovic sets up Gomez. Cross court, saved by Venegas. All right, Fullerton resets. Nadelson, just a bit long, kind of caught it off the fingertips there. Didn't get a clean spike on it.
Yeah, it didn't come off. It didn't sound like it came off clean. It looked like it just scraped over the top of his fingernails.
Yep, and that'll be a timeout by the Hornets after the 5-0 run from Pierce College. It's the fourth set. Fullerton leads 2-1 and trails in this set 7-6. You're watching Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio. Henry, what happened on those last 5 points to get Fullerton kind of falling out of the lead there and letting Pierce climb back into it?
Well, just making too many errors, of course. Wasn't really too many plays. Of course, we saw that awesome kill by Tafoya come flying from the back row. But they had the hot start there. they were what, up 6-3?
6-2.
6-2 to the first 8 points. And again, it looked like it was going to be a snowball turning into an avalanche, but it didn't happen after all.
Yep. And we're back here. LA Pierce with the 7-6 lead here in the fourth set, trailing 2-1 at the Hornets Nest. Ognanovich with the serve, dug out by Bush. Asioka sets up Chavez, just has to dump it over. Ognanovich sets up Gonzalez, saved by Bay. Venegas to Chavez, dug out by Pierce. Here's Gonzalez, blocked by Nadelson and Chavez. Here comes Arnold from that back line, saved by Bay, and Chavez gets it over. Here comes Gomez, blocked again by Nadelson. Attempt by Gonzalez, and that one's long. Oh, it counted in. Wow. Point goes to Pierce College, giving them a 6-0 run here in the fourth set.
Great accuracy by LA Pierce.
Yeah, you're right. Like you were saying earlier, Tafoya from that back line is lethal.
He really is.
And it'll be Ognanovich to serve once again.
Looked like there was a spill on the floor there, James. Chavez trying to take responsibility to keep the floor nice and dry.
A spill or maybe a little sweat, you know?
Maybe.
All right, Bay sets up Chavez, and it's a point to end that run from Pierce College. Points goes to the Hornets. Chavez said, I've had enough, and let's get us going back in the right direction. Hornets trail 8-7 here in the fourth set, but lead 2-1. Now serving for the Hornets will be Jawale, the Salt Lake City, Utah native. All right, here comes Gonzalez, met by Asioka, and Gonzalez just kind of overpowered him for the point there. Point goes to the Brahmas.
Yeah, and we had a Hornet down there too. Looked like they were concerned for their brother. They didn't want to run it or step on each other, rather.
And it'll be Gonzalez to serve for the Brahmas. Nadelson and Jawale come out, and Venegas and Bush come back in. There's Asioka. Oh, wow. Gomez gets up there and gets them the point. That was a very athletic play there from Gomez.
Good reach. Good reach on that play. Didn't land cleanly,
No.
but gets the point nonetheless.
He jumped awkwardly there, but still managed to get his hand on the ball and got the point. Gonzalez gets it over. Bay sets up Venegas. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Venegas. Menares.
Heads up. We're getting involved in the action there just a bit.
Yeah. I saw a really good reaction speed there from Corey Nayland. Not even a flinch.
Oh, I blinked. I flinched. Can't lie.
All right, Gonzalez serves for Brahmas, and then he digs it out from Chavez. Here's Tafoya. Bush saves it, but Asioka not in the right spot at the right time. Point goes to Pierce. They're now on a 10-1 run, Henry.
The velocity and the speed that LA Pierce is hitting with it seems like it's picked up. The intensity has definitely picked up on their side of the net.
Nice dig there from Ognanovich. Oh, miscommunication from the Hornets. I think they might need another timeout here. Who's checking in now for the Hornets? Will be Chacon will check in for Asioka. And the Hornets trail 13-7 here in the fourth set. Gonzalez to serve for Pierce. Bay sets up Chavez, and that'll get him back on the right track here. 13-8 Hornets trail here in the fourth set. When everything else is failing, go to Chavez. He seems like the clutch one with the kills. Now, but this has been the part of his game that's been struggling today is his service. He's got 5 service errors on the match. And that one's in. He gets the ace. Barely. I thought I jinxed him again. And he'll add to the team lead with 14th service ace of the season for Chavez. He leads the team in aces and blocks. And there's that service error I was talking about. That's a 6th of the game. Point for the Brahmas with a 14-9 lead here in the 4th set. It'll be Arnold to serve for the Brahmas. And he serves it right back into the net. Error for error.
And it had been a little while since we saw L.A. Pierce with the net service error into the net.
Well, like I was saying earlier, Fullerton has the 6th most service errors in the state, while L.A. Pierce has the 2nd fewest. So you don't see them do that very often. It'll be Chacon with the serve. Ognanovich sets up Tafoya. Goes up and over Bay. Bush just has to hit it over. And here comes Gomez. Blocked by Menares. But it goes out of bounds. Point goes to Pierce College, giving them a 14-11 lead. Oh, I'm sorry, 15-10 lead here at the Hornets Nest in the 4th set. Hornets lead 2-1. Gomez to serve. Bay sets up Bush. And Bush gets the kill. Point goes to the Hornets.
Bush really gets up there and just split that block attempt. It's just what he does. He's a phenomenal athlete.
Yeah, he uses a lot of energy out there. He seems like the Energizer Bunny. Never gets tired, it seems like. It'll be Muhammad to serve here for the Hornets. Gomez sets up Tafoya. And Chacon gives it a valid effort, but doesn't quite get to it. Point goes to Pierce. 16-11 lead for Pierce here in the 4th set.
Yeah, Bush, we just gave props to on the last point. Was there, pretty good position. Just a little too much from the Brahmas there. Deflected out of bounds off Bush.
Yeah, when Tafoya comes, man, he's coming strong. He doesn't do anything softly. And speaking of Tafoya, he'll be the serve here for Pierce College. Chacon to Bay to Bush, and another kill from Bush. That's a sweet spot right here. He loves those cross-court kills.
Definitely.
And Bush is trying to keep him in this set. Hornets trail 16-12. It'll be Bay to serve. Thought Fullerton was going to make a sub, but they are not. Here comes Bay. He got that. Wow.
Did you see that spin?
Yeah, just barely limped over the net. And a kill by Henry. Do you see how high he threw this ball before he served it? It almost hit the rafters.
And that can create a lot of spin, and it was just enough spin to keep that ball moving forward.
Yeah,
just hug the net.
But great concentration by Gomez to play it off the net and get the setup for Henry to get the point. There's Nadelson. He barely gets it in that back line. Point for the Hornets, 17-13.
And it didn't look like Nadelson got up that high that time. As soon as it got over the net, he was ready to put it down.
And it'll be Bush to serve for the Hornets. All right, Gomez sets up Tafoya from that back line. Point goes to Pierce. I think they found what's working, and they're sticking to it now. And it's working for Pierce. Up 18-13 here in the 4th set.
Yeah, if you're an L.A. Pierce fan right now, you're thinking, hey, we still believe. Why not? We took them really close in the first 2 sets.
Ognanovich is the serve here for Pierce. And remember, he's the one that got them on that 10-0 point run. And here comes Gonzalez. Point goes to Pierce. It tipped off of, it looked like Bay to get the point. So 19-13 lead here in the 4th set for the Brahmas. Donovich with the serve. Chacon to Bay to Chavez. And that one will count. Point goes to the Hornets.
That was just inside the 3-point line on the basketball court and just inside the back line of the L.A. Pierce zone.
it will be Jawale to serve for the Hornets, trailing 19-14 here in the fourth set, but leading 2-1. And here comes Gonzalez. Point goes to the Hornets. I think the Hornets really want to try and claw back and get this set and finish it now because they don't want this to go to the third set, just a 15-point set, and risk losing this 2-0 lead and losing this match.
Yeah, they tried a few different lineups tonight, and I think that's caused a little bit of the miscues and a little miscommunication. And so, yes, it's best if they just get back in this one and put it away now.
Jawale with the serve. Gonzalez with a miss hit on the dig. Point goes to the Hornets, and you can feel the momentum shifting just a little bit in this fourth set.
Yeah, the crowd's really starting to get back into it. The Hornet faithful.
Speaking of Hornet faithful, come on out tomorrow to watch your softball team play as they take on Antelope Valley on the softball field here at Fullerton College. And point goes to Pierce, ending that short little rally from the Hornets. 20-16 lead here in the fourth set for the Brahmas.
And that was close, like as in really close along this sideline here.
And it'll be Gonzalez to serve for the Brahmas. Here comes Bay, sets up Chavez. Another miss hit from Gonzalez. Point goes to the Hornets.
And he says, my bad, as the Hornets try to rally back into this.
It almost seems like they're going for Gonzalez now. They're noticing that he's having trouble with them dig attempts, and they've just been attacking him. It'll be Chavez to serve here for the Hornets. And that's way long. That was in a different county from Chavez. His 6th service error of the game.
It sounded and looked a little bit like he got a little, maybe a little too much of the heel of the palm.
Yeah.
It had a weird sound when it came off his hand.
If there wasn't a wall there, that thing would still be rolling. And a 21-17 lead here for Pierce as Cordova checks in for the Brahmas.
And
he will
Curtis
serve
for Fullerton.
From Kennedy High School. Rocking a nice mullet there. That's impressive.
A little bit of a throwback look.
This is the third or fourth time we've seen Tafoya meet with the main line judge here.
Yeah, they want an explanation on some of these calls that have been close. That one didn't look so close.
So Cordova comes in, serves, steps over the line on a serve, and then comes right out of the game. 21-19 lead for the Brahmas here in the fourth set. It will be Chacon to serve for the Hornets. Here's Gomez. Curtis Lee, it almost looks like he tried to kind of caught it, lifted it up. A lift ball for the Hornets. Point goes to the Brahmas. And we haven't seen too much of Curtis Lee today. I remember our last broadcast, he was a big part of their win.
Right, he's the third leading kill man for this Hornets roster.
Here's Henry, blocked by Menares and Bush. Here comes Tafoya. And he does it. Point for the Hornets. That might have been a lift right back. Oh, he stepped on the line to Tafoya. Point. And the point will go to the Hornets. That was the first time we've seen Tafoya kind of trying to finesse one as opposed to going power hit. And it cost him. 22-20. They still lead here in the fourth set, though. Gomez sets up Henry. He goes left-handed. Chacon saves it. Muhammad to Bush. It's blocked by C. And killed by Nadelson. Point goes to the Hornets, and now they only trail by one, Henry.
Did you see the look Razzo gave Nadelson on that set? It looked like he knew. He's like, you know what's coming. I got you. Here it is. And he slammed it home.
And that'll be a timeout taken by Pierce College. Score is 22-21. Pierce leads by 1 here in the 4th set, but trailing 2-1. You're watching Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio. So the Hornets have climbed back into this one. They were down by about 5 or 6 there. Climbed back into it and have a chance to actually take the set and end this match right here in the 4th.
But going back to that last point for the Hornets, did you see how it almost like mind reading each other on that point? And that just takes a lot of reps, a lot of practice.
I like the way Razzo plays because he goes out there and he doesn't do the same thing every time. He tries to mix it up. He goes behind the back. He goes in front of the head. You know, he's always mixing it up, and he sets up his players great. Him and Bay are a perfect duo to have out there because they're going to set their attackers up every time. And here we go. It will be Muhammad to serve for the Hornets, trailing 22-21 here in the 4th set. You're watching Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio. I'm James Spillin alongside Henry J. Medina at the Hornets Nest. And we have Gomez, Tafoya, Henry, C, Villa for the Pierce, and Gonzalez. And I'll get you the Hornets lineup here in a second. And a kill from Tafoya. Point goes to Pierce and gives them a 2-point advantage. For Fullerton, we got Chacon, Muhammad, Bush, Razzo, Lee, and Nadelson on the floor. And it'll be Tafoya to serve for the Brahmas with the 23-21 lead here in the 4th set, trying to push this match into a 5th set. Here's Razzo, sets up Lee, and he has been off tonight. Point goes to the Brahmas. It just hasn't been Lee's night, Henry.
No, coming off the bench tonight, hasn't really found his rhythm. An uncharacteristic night for Lee. He came into the game with 99 kills. I'm not sure if he has hit that century mark yet, as Nadelson gets the point.
And Nadelson is not letting this match go like that. Point goes to the Hornets. That was a violent attack there from Nadelson.
Right off the chest of a Brahma.
Yep, and Lee will come out, as will Razzo, and in comes Chavez and Bay. And a timeout called by Pierce College, as Pierce leads 24-22 here in the 4th set, trailing 2-1. You're watching Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio. So interesting timeout there. I felt like they had the momentum. Yeah, they had given up that last kill, but I don't know. I thought they had the momentum. It's a weird timeout right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stumped you. Let's see if Fullerton can come back and take this match or the set and end the match here, or if it's going to go to a deciding 5th set. As we come out of the timeout for Pierce, we have Tafoya, Vega, Henry, Gomez, C, and for the Hornets we have Nadelson, Chavez, Muhammad, Chacon, and Bay serving. And that'll do it for the set as Bay serves it long. 25-22 is the final score of this set. You do play it.
So after 4, we're tied up at 2 apiece, 25-22. The Brahmas are back into it after losing the first 2. You're watching Hornet Volleyball on Hornet Radio.
So it's going to come down to this one, huh, Henry? 2-2 now. Fullerton had the 2-0 lead. Give up the next 2, and it's going to come down to the deciding 5th set. 1st to 15, win by 2.
The first 2 sets had to have double-digit ties in each of them and scoring changes. The last 2, won both by L.A. Pierce, were a lot more decisive. It seemed like Fullerton working these different lineups, just not quite in rhythm, not quite the same energy as we've seen in matches past.
Well, and I think that this is where like the strength of schedule comes into play, because Pierce has been playing. They're in a stretch here where they're going to play 5 straight against top 10 teams. So they're battle tested and they're ready for it. Coming off back-to-back sweeps against, I think it was Santa Monica and Moore Park. They weren't having a sweep this time, and not only did they not get swept, they brought themselves all the way back into this match, tying it up 2 apiece.
And speaking with some of the players from Fullerton, the loss they had against Santa Barbara, they really felt like it should have never happened. In 2 different sets, they had a big lead, I believe a 5+ point lead in each of 2 of the sets that they lost. So very frustrating to see that loss on the road. They were expecting to have a little bit easier go at it, but here we are in set number 5.
Well, you never want to look past an opponent, right? Like this, they probably came into this game thinking that they were going to win it no problem, and Pierce is saying that they shouldn't have done that.
Right, and LA Pierce coming into this game 4-4 on the road, so no slouch when it comes to traveling. The Hornets, you know, defending home court are 4-2 on the year. And they're looking to advance to 5-2. So as both teams are on the floor, it will be Gomez, Gavin Arnold, Gonzalez, Henry, Tafoya, and C for LA Pierce. And for the Hornets, starting the ever crucial set number 5, Minjarez, Razzo, Chavez, Nadelson, Bush,
And
Chacon, and the libero will be Muhammad.
All right, here we go, Henry.
And of course, this one, folks, again, is to 15. First to 15, gotta win by 2.
And all the momentum is definitely with Pierce coming into this 5th set.
Absolutely, and that's the key. All the momentum is with LA Pierce. And credit to them. Losing 2 close sets, not hanging their head down low, getting back in it, going on a 10-point run.
And that was kind of what flipped this whole match around, was that 10-point run.
Right. Gomez will serve up set number 5. Razzo setting up Bush. And the Hornets say, we'll take point number 1 here in set number 5 at the Hornets Nest.
And how important is that first point of this 5th set? The short set, right? 1st to 15. To get that first point is huge.
It is huge. Muhammad will have the serve for the Hornets. Nadelson, Bush, and Razzo in the front row for Fullerton. Tafoya looking for the point, blocked by Bush and Nadelson. Muhammad receives another attack by LA Pierce. Bush, 2 hands over. LA Pierce finds Tafoya. Chacon handles it. Is it for Chacon? No, it's Chavez. Gomez to Henry. Over Nadelson and Razzo. Muhammad eventually gets it to Bush. Nadelson bumps it up.
Yep. Henry goes into the net.
And Henry looks for the point into the net, as you said, James, and it's 2-0 for Fullerton.
I just can't get over how Logan Bush can just jump as high as he can, and he does it from like a dead stop. He doesn't even have to run into it to get up there that high. He's incredible. Ace.
Ace for Muhammad. And you mentioned Bush, James. He's one that you're probably going to see on the All-State 3C2A team when that list comes out.
Absolutely. And that's the 5th service ace of the season for Muhammad from LA, California, Salesian High School. He's 17th in the state with 85 digs as well.
Muhammad serves it up to LA Pierce. Gomez controls it. A kill and the point for Tafoya and the Brahmas. 3-1. Hornets lead. 1 serving 3. It'll be Tafoya with the serve.
Here in the 5th set, that's going best for best, right? Tafoya trying to match Bush with their attacks.
Chacon receives the serve. Razo sets up Nadelson. Oh my gosh. The sound that came off that block attempt.
Yeah, C might need to ice his hands after that one. Blocking Nadelson's kill there. Took some guts. He got it done, but couldn't do it twice in a row.
No, he could not. Hornets lead 4-1. There was a whistle. Everything set up here.
Gonzalez is going to check in for Ognjanovic.
Thank you, James. Razo will have the serve. Hornets 4, serving LA Pierce 1. Mono gets it over. Gomez sets it up for Henry again.
And blocked.
Block attempt by Bush out of bounds on the near side. It's going to be a point for LA Pierce. Vea will serve it up for the Brahmas as they trail 2-4. Bush receives the serve. Razo. That Razo to Nadelson connection is good again.
Yeah, you nailed it right on the head there. Razo has been setting up the big guys all night very successfully.
Logan Bush getting the cheers from his bench. Henry coming down. Bush and Mono on their back. Chavez set up by the front row. Point for the Hornets. They have a 4-point lead, 6-2.
And there it is again. At the middle of it all is Razo. Just getting setup after setup so far in this fifth set.
Razo the spark plug. Bush serving it up. Henry with the kill attempt. Over the top of the Nadelson Chacon front wall. Point for LA Pierce.
Yeah, they deflected it on that block attempt and they just sent it a little too high for the 5'11". Razo just couldn't get up and get it.
Ognjanovic serving it up for LA Pierce. Razo finds Chavez, who finds. Never mind. Out of bounds. It'll be Ognjanovic with the serve again.
I don't know. From our angle, that looks like it stayed in there, but I guess not. They have a better view than we do.
Ognjanovic with the serve. Muhammad. Razo. Nadelson finds nothing but pay dirt on the far side.
If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? You keep going back to the well. Razo to Nadelson. And Nadelson will come out now for Jawale. Interesting sub there.
Ashvin Javale will serve it from Utah. 3 service aces coming into this game.
So one part of the Rocky Mountains going in for the other.
That's right.
Jawale can't quite get to it.
And he tried to spin and put a little counter spin on that hit. No good, and Nadelson will check back into the Mountain Time Zone native.
Yep, one Mountain Time Zone for the other again.
There you go.
Oh, wait, no, he stays out. He stayed out of the game.
Oh, apologies. Gonzalez serving it up for LA Pierce. Muhammad passes it to Razo, who tries to one-hand it back to a teammate. Maybe a little too fancy there?
Maybe a little too fancy, but if the ball is coming with a little bit of steam on it, it's kind of hard to control with one hand like that.
So LA Pierce 6 serving the Hornets 7.
Chavez with a little dump over.
Ognjanovic finds Gavin Arnold from Burbank. And we are tied 7-7 in the fifth set. Not a place either of these teams might have thought they would be in a couple sets ago.
Yeah, Pierce, they let Pierce back in it again. They better finish it now. They had this 6-2 lead. Now it's 7-7. This is kind of like a lot how the match has gone. Fullerton gets up big and gives it back.
So after Muhammad takes care of mop duty, Lorenzo Gonzalez will serve a 7-7 point in set number 5. He serves it long. Hornets back with the lead.
Yeah, that was a little gift there from Pierce, who's like I said earlier, has done that the second least amount of times in the state, and that's a big time for an error there.
Chavez will serve the Hornets advantage. Ognjanovic to Arnold. Blocked by Minharis. Chacon passes to Razo, who sets up Bush. Tipped at the front wall. To Foya.
Oh. Wow.
One line judge calls it out. They make the correction. 9-7 should be the score. It is 9-7. Chavez serving again.
Yeah, that looked in, and the back judge here would have the best view at it. I don't know how the people at the net could change that, but they did, and the point goes to the Hornets.
Well, I think our up ref, Mr. Benfield, was just relaying the message that we got from the lines judge on the near side. Chavez into the net. I guess the ball doesn't lie.
That's his 7th one of the game. He's been killing the net with the serves.
And he's an aggressive server. He came into the game leading this Hornets team with aces, 13.
Yep.
I had him with at least 2 unofficially tonight as Cordova takes over service duty for L.A. Pierce. Cordova catches the top of the net. Chacon tries to keep it inside the antenna. And we're tied up again at 9.
Yeah, this Cordova comes with a little steam on his serve, huh? Chavez checks out for Bay.
And you need a little velocity, right, when you're targeting the lowest part of the net, or excuse me, the lowest part above the net. Cordova jump serve, and too much on it that time.
Way long. Another gift from Pierce.
Hornets hit the double-digit mark first. Matt Chacon serving.
From Whittier Lacerna High School.
Whalen received it. Tafoya gets the kill attempt, make it 2 kill attempts. Second one's good.
Unbelievable athleticism there from Tafoya. The way he can jump up, have that kill attempt, and then one split second later have to make the jump again and do it all over again and do it successfully. That was impressive.
Bay and Razzo talking it over. They still feel confident as we're tied 10-10. Bush off of Henry's block. Vea bumps it to Tafoya. Chacon passes to Bay. Bay sets up for Bush. Gets past the wall. Gomez will set it up for Tafoya again. And I have the ball in my hands. Out of bounds.
Great catch.
Thank you. You got to use 2 hands. Keep your eye on the ball at all times. Remember, you catch the ball with your eyes, not your hands. Eyes first. Hornets have the lead 11-10 as Saman Muhammad serves it up. Gomez wanted to set it. Nadel says, get that out of here. Another point, 2-point lead for Fullerton.
Yeah, that was a little misreceived there from Vea. Set Nadelson up perfect there.
And it will be a timeout for L.A. Pierce. The Hornets lead it 12-10 in the decisive 5th set. You are watching Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio.
Well, 12-10 here. Let's see if the Hornets can hang on. Every time they've gotten a little lead here the last couple sets, they've given it right back up. I thought that was a really smart timeout there from Coach Arachiga. Did I say that right? Arachiga? We talked to him before the game.
Arachiga. If you want to put a little bit of that Hispanic,
a little salsa
Latin spice on it, yeah.
All right.
But Arachiga, let's give him credit. Taking timeout, using his timeouts well tonight, strategizing with his coaching staff and getting his team to settle and make the adjustments. Every time he's taking a timeout, the Brahmas have gotten back into it.
It'll be Gomez, Tafoya, Vea, C, Henry, and Vea. I already said Vea. And Ognanovich for the Brahmas.
And Muhammad will serve it as Bay, Chacon, Bush, Nadelson, and Razzo await the serve. Vea handles the serve. Gomez sets up Henry from the far side this time. Dug out by Muhammad. Bush tips it over softly. Vea to Henry. Right at the line judge, out of bounds. 3-point lead for Fullerton.
What I've noticed with Henry is he can go either right or left. That time he went left and it got a little bit too much steam on it. Goes long, point goes to the Hornets.
And heads up awareness by our line judge here on the near side. Razzo to Bay to Nadelson. Does it find?
Just a bit long.
Nope, it's long.
Just a bit long from Nadelson.
So the Brahmas back in it. They'll serve. Whalen out. Gonzalez in.
So I think the unsung hero for the Brahmas is Gomez. He's all over the place. He does all the nasty work for the Brahmas.
Absolutely. Third and digs for LA Pierce coming into this game. And we'll have a timeout by Fullerton. They still lead it 13-11 in the decisive 5th set. You are watching Hornet Volleyball on Hornet Radio.
Yeah, like I was saying, like Gomez has kind of been doing all the dirty work. He does have 142 assists on the season, which ranks 22nd in the state, tied with his teammate, Ogdanovich, who also has 120 or 142 assists. Well, that was going into the week anyways. I started doing my prep before they played their last game. But like I said, he's been all over the place. He gets all the nasty work done. He's been a great player so far tonight.
He's been the X factor for sure. Tafoya contemplating his strategy on the serve. Nadelson, Bay, and Razzo in the front. Bush, Chacon, and Mohammed in the back. Chacon to Bay, never able to handle it. Nadelson tried to just get it over, but it hits the net softly, and it is a 1-point game.
And another service ace for Tafoya. Gives him 11 on the season, which is tied with Ogdanovich for the team lead.
The Hornets frustrated with themselves after that one. Bush receives it.
Oh, no.
And Gonzalez is there after the quick hit back over. Another timeout for Fullerton. Their second and last of the set. We're tied 13-13 here at the Hornets Nest. You are watching Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio.
Yeah, that was 2 points in a row there where they receive it with a mishit. Bush on that second one just on his receive hit it a little bit too long and didn't give his team a chance to score the point.
13-13 is the score. This is Henry J. Medina alongside James Spillin. Each team looking for match point. LA Pierce has control. Tafoya will serve it up 13-13 in the decisive set.
It'll be Tafoya, Gomez, Vea, Henry, C, and Gonzalez for Pierce. And a service error.
Bad timing for LA Pierce. Hornets will serve match point. And that's 14-13.
And that's the 4th service error of this set alone for Pierce. Very uncharacteristic.
Hornets going full offense. Samuel Chavez back in. Mano Razzo serves match point. It's over. It's good. Vea Gomez to Henry. And Henry gets the kill. The officials say it's clean. We're tied up at 14. We're going to see a 16th point by one of these teams at least.
Well, both teams coming off sweeps. They wanted to get that little extra play in today, I guess. They're going to push this as long as they can.
Making up for lost time. Vea trying to get LA Pierce to 15 before the Hornets. Razzo sets up, but Danielson, nope, it's Bush. Vea, Henry.
That's way long.
Long to the back far left corner. Hornets again with another match point opportunity. Bush will serve it.
Another timeout.
Timeout LA Pierce. They're going to think over this ever crucial point here in the match. Hornets 15. After the timeout will serve LA Pierce 14. Tied up in set number 5. You are watching Hornet Volleyball on Hornet Radio.
So I think if Fullerton wants to get it to anybody that they can, they want to get it in Bush's hands here. He's been on fire in this last set, and he's been their go-to guy all season, really. Leading the team in kills with 149 coming into the game. He's been there He's the guy that they want the ball in their hands. And look at that. He will be serving for the match right here for the Fullerton.
The freshman Logan Bush serves up match point. Gomez setting up Henry to try and get back in it. And it goes under Nadelson and Chavez. We're tied back up at 15.
Yeah, and if they could pick one of their players to have, it would either be Henry or Tafoya. Henry was 17th in the state with 114 kills coming into the game.
Ogdanovich serving Razzo to Nadelson. Good again.
Man, when he gets a perfect setup like that, he can just spike it directly straight down, and they have no chance of returning it. That's vicious from Nadelson.
That connection has been there all night. Ashvin Javale will serve match point for Fullerton. Pierce's bench still believes. Vea to Agnonovich.
And Gomez.
Sets up to Gomez.
Wide lead for Fullerton.
And the Hornets take it in 5, 17-15. The final set. They win it 3-5. This has been Fullerton College Volleyball on Hornet Radio.